All right, if you're rejoining me, this is going to be lesson number 2, and it will have lowercase letters I and T. And if you also remember from the first lesson, I used the terms from my little Mr. Cursive here. Remember, we have the headline, which is the top line, the foot line, which is the bottom line, and the belt line, which is the middle line with Mr. Cursive. Okay, so starting with lowercase letter I. Lowercase letter I printed looks like this. When we are writing it in cursive, we begin on the foot line. We take our line slanting up to the belt line. From the foot line to the belt line, we retrace down that same line almost exactly to the bottom. You can see that tiny little triangle there that we're looking for. Foot line, belt line, retrace to the foot, back up to the belt. Foot line, belt line, retrace to the foot, back up to the belt, and then you dot that first peak there. And there's your lowercase I. Remember, you're completing the entire letter before you go back and dot. Complete the entire letter before you go back and dot. Foot, slant belt, retrace foot, slant belt, and dot. Foot, slant to the belt, retrace to the foot, slant to the belt, and dot. And after you've done several, you can go back and have a look at them and maybe circle the one that you think looks the best for your lowercase I. Now, lowercase t printed looks like this. T is a little bit trickier because you start once again on the foot line and you're going to be slanting up almost to the headline, but don't touch the headline. So it goes from the foot, slants up to about what I like to call the eyebrows, and then retraces back down to the foot. So foot up to the eyebrows, retrace to the foot, and finish at the belt. Foot, don't touch, retrace, and finish. And then you want to make sure that your cross line is horizontal to the belt line. You do not want to have a cross line that goes down like that and makes an X. That makes your whole T look a little bit lopsided. So it's foot, slant to the eyebrows, retrace to the foot, slant to the belt, and again your cross should be parallel to that belt line. Foot, slant up, don't touch, retrace, foot, belt, and cross. Remember, again, we don't want any X's with the crossing. Foot, slant up, don't touch, retrace foot, slant to the belt, and cross. Now, of course, once you've done some of these, you can go through, whoops, if you make an ugly one, you can just cross it out like that. Foot, belt, cross. Once you've done several, you can go back through and circle the one that you like best. And then, of course, everybody knows a word that uses only I and T, and that would be the word it. Okay. When you're writing it in cursive, you make the I, then the T, don't touch, finish at the belt, go back and dot and cross. Foot, slant belt, retrace foot, don't touch, retrace foot to the belt, dot, and cross. And there's the word it. Foot, slant to the belt, retrace to the foot, slant to the eyebrows, retrace to the foot, back to the belt, dot, and cross. Foot, belt, foot, eyebrows, foot, belt. And there's your word, it. Remember, you're writing the entire word before you go back and dot and cross. And there you have it. Lesson 2 complete.